fun just to see you over and over and over again. And I learn more about you every time I talk to you. So, Sam, tell me about this work that you do, because I've always thought of you as this big radio guy and this personality, and you've got all these clients and you work with CEOs, but this idea of energy medicine. And I know that you're an expert in this. Can you tell us how you got into it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, most people know me from my network, talkradio.nyc. But some people, if they dive a little bit deeper and if they look at my Conscious Consultant website, they'll see like there's a lot more to me than just that. It started, God, like maybe 15, 16, 17 years ago after I got married and I started getting back into personal development stuff. Like I'd been into it a long time ago when I was in college and kind of got very far away from it. And then, found it was cleaning up, found some old tapes. My wife's a therapist. She started listening to them with me and she really loved it. And so I went to like one of these seminars and I met a guy who was running a local New York group called the New York Power Team, where they would get together once a month and talk about the things you learn in the seminars so that, you keep it fresh. And what started happening is I'd go to the meetings, it was typically like a weeknight, and they'd have somebody come in and present, and they'd come in and present and typically about some kind of workshop, NLP, some energy healing, other stuff. And they'd present about some technique. Never heard of this stuff before. Like I'd heard of Reiki and things like that, but I never heard of some of these things that people were coming through. And I thought, oh, that was really cool. And then I come home to my wife and say, hey, they're doing a workshop this weekend. You want to come? And she's like, okay. And we'd go to this workshop. And I started taking all of these different healing modalities, the Sedona method, Brandon Bay's The Journey, oneness blessing stuff. I mean, all kinds of different things. Not because I ever thought in my wildest imagination that I was a healer, but it was more just for my own healing. Like I had my own emotional scars from my past, and it was really just for myself until there was that one workshop where, and the way they always work is you learn the methodology, you learn the background, you pair up or you demonstrate it and you work on each other. So there's this one workshop. It was the second day of the workshop. And I could tell, like, I was working on my intuition, and it was a very intuitive form of energy healing. And I could tell, like, most people were kind of confused. So they asked for a couple people to come up to demonstrate it. And so this woman raises her hand and I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling that well. I'd love for someone to work on me. Okay. And they say, okay, who would like to try the method on her? And I'm like in the back of the room, my hand way up in the air because I just really want to try it. So I go up and I do the method on her for like 2, 3, 4 minutes. It's really fast form of instant energetic healing. And she looks at me, she goes, oh my God, I can breathe. And I go, oh, that's really good. She goes, no, you don't understand. Listen, she takes this deep breath. You hear that? And I go, yeah, that's wonderful. She goes, no, you don't understand. I've had chronic bronchitis since I was 6 years old in South Africa. I haven't been able to breathe like this since I was a little kid. And I was like, oh. And like the light bulb went off in my head. It's like, oh, this isn't just for me. Like, you mean I can actually use this to help people? And then I'm thinking to myself, and then afterwards I'm kind of ruminating on it. It's like, what do you do with this? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business consultant. What do you do with this? And then kind of the idea of the conscious consultant bubbled up. It's like, I'm still a consultant, but now I work more with people's energies and people's consciousness than just business strategy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Sam, I've got to throw in a mantra here, and that is that learning about healing can sometimes unveil the healer underneath. Okay. So that happened with you. And Sam, can you share what methodology it was, or was it